Are you a storage engineer, a storage admin, a cloud practitioner, or an archivist? Are you interested in storing and managing large volumes of cold data and putting it to work? If so, this presentation is for you. Hello, I'm Ruhi Sood and I'm a product manager at Amazon S3.
Hi, I'm Guy Pandey. I'm a product manager at Amazon S3 as well. Today, we want to talk to you about how you can maximize the value of your cold data with Amazon S3 Glacier.
Now, as someone who's already dealing with storage, you may have realized that there's vast amounts of data all around us that continues to increase. We have data from logs, mobile, sensors, vehicular information, and now combine this with the fact that most of the world's data is cold.
Well, Ruhi, in that case, it would not be an exaggeration to say that S3 Glacier is the hottest topic in cold data. See what I did there?
Even if you do not have any of the use cases that we just mentioned, it is still very likely that you store some form of cold data for historical analysis. Now, cold data has unique value when it comes to deriving insights, designing decision logics, or training machine learning models. We have learned some really innovative use cases on how customers across industries are putting cold data to use. For example, in retail, some customers analyze data from several years to spot seasonal shopping trends. In some industries, analyzing older data can help with identifying anomalies and can be crucial in detecting and preventing frauds. And finally, one of the most talked about use cases these days, cold data can be useful for training machine learning models and predictive analytics. Historical data can be used to create models that can forecast the future trends and make predictions. Now, customers face two primary challenges when they're dealing with cold data. First, customers want to save money. And this is especially true in these economic times. And they want to store all of this valuable but infrequently accessed information at low costs, but with high integrity. And secondly, customers want to know how can they access this data once it is stored. In fact, some customers also ask us, how long will it take for me to access my data? Customers want flexibility and predictability in retrieval times as they try to run log investigations or run analytics. Now let's talk about how Amazon S3 overcomes both of these challenges by providing a world-class archive storage. Amazon S3 offers three archive storage classes, which are Amazon S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval, Amazon S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval, and Amazon S3 Glacier Deep Archive. Now, oftentimes our customers ask us, what is the right storage class for my data? The answer to that question depends on a careful evaluation of your retrieval needs, your retention duration, and your storage cost considerations. Let's take a few examples. We see a lot of customers that have archive workloads, but who may want their data back really quickly when a need arises. Examples of such workloads include news media assets or within healthcare, medical imaging data. For all such performance-sensitive use cases where low latency retrievals are required, Glacier Instant Retrieval is an excellent choice. Now, in some cases, customer may not want immediate access, but they want the flexibility to retrieve large data sets multiple times a year. Examples of these use cases include machine learning on older data sets or log retention. And for such use cases, Amazon S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval provides restore options ranging from minutes to hours to meet your restore needs. And finally, for compliance and preservation use cases like tax records, legal documents, cultural and historical archives where data is rarely accessed, Amazon S3 Glacier Deep Archive provides the lowest cost storage option. Now, you may ask me, what if I do not know my access pattern? In that case, let us figure out how frequently you access your objects and help you save storage costs. Amazon S3 offers Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering, which is a groundbreaking storage class that helps you to automatically tier objects based on the last access date and saves money for customers. Now, if you're new in your cost optimization journey, this is a great place to start. It is your easy button to cost optimization. In fact, Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering offers various tiers: frequent tier, infrequent access tier, and archive tiers. With the infrequent access tier, you can save up to 40% on your storage costs. With the archive instant access tier, you can save up to 68% on your storage costs. For even deeper storage cost savings, we also offer to opt-in asynchronous archive tiers for objects that become rarely accessed. In fact, Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering has saved customers more than $1 billion in storage cost savings. Next, I want to talk to you about a few customers who are saving hundreds and thousands of dollars by adopting Amazon S3 Glacier storage classes and are putting their cold data to work. First up, here's NASCAR's epic journey into the world of cloud storage. NASCAR is the sanctioning body for the #1 motorsports in US. It has been around for 70 plus years, collecting racing videos, audios, and image assets. Now, this collection of assets grew over time, becoming one of the largest racing media archives in the world. Here is where things become interesting. Previously, NASCAR used to store all of this content in tape libraries. Over time, with their growing data, NASCAR found it challenging to keep up with all the data ingestion and the necessary tape migration processes. That's when NASCAR decided to shift gears and focus on optimizing costs and unlocking the full potential of their data to drive insights and innovation. What NASCAR came up with was pretty groundbreaking. They migrated 15 petabytes of media archives, including some of their super high quality assets that they could not recreate, to Amazon S3 Glacier storage classes. This was a massive step in their cloud journey. With Amazon S3 Glacier, they waved goodbye to all of the tape management and instead focused on developing workflows that turbocharge their businesses. And secondly, by using Amazon S3, they not only saved money, but they actually optimized the performance of their video, audio, and image-based workflows. We have another prime example of a top social media customer that is using Amazon S3 Glacier to make things awesome for its users. We're talking about Snapchat. It has a whopping 363 million active users. Every day, people are sharing and saving videos, pictures on this platform. You remember how Snapchat started with all of those disappearing photos? In 2016, they launched Snap Memories, where you can store media and memories for the long haul. Now, as you can imagine, with millions of users and all of these photos and videos, Snapchat storage grew over time. And Snap needed to be savvy about their costs. Guess what? They made a genius move. They migrated 2 exabytes of data to Amazon S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval. This move saved them tens of millions of dollars. Talk about some smart savings there. And that is not all. With Amazon S3, Snapchat's got a much better grip on what they are storing, which is helping them make informed, data-driven decisions to handle all of this growth and unleash these cool new features that they're always surprising us with. And here's a little bit more on how Glacier has delighted its customers for the past 10 years. From launching our very first storage class in 2012 to launching Glacier Deep Archive in 2019, and more recently our millisecond retrieval storage class, S3 Glacier Instant Retrieval in 2021, Amazon S3 Glacier has been a pioneer in the cloud cold storage services. And we still continue to innovate on behalf of our customers, you. Stay tuned, because Guy here will talk about some of our latest launches in the next section. Guy?
Thanks, Ruhi. As you can see, we've been making Amazon S3 Glacier easier to use over the years, and retrievals from S3 Glacier are no different. We have retrieval options designed to match your data access and cost needs. In 2022, customers restored over 2 billion objects in 1 week. We've seen customers retrieve larger datasets faster by taking advantage of a recent performance improvement. In November 2022, we increased the rate at which S3 Glacier accepts restore requests by 10 times. You can now restore millions to billions of objects from S3 Glacier faster. I'm excited to share how one of our customers, Ancestry, benefited from this performance improvement. But first, a little bit about Ancestry. Ancestry believes every family has a story. Ancestry helps its customers understand their genealogies so that they can learn more about their family trees. One of the ways Ancestry makes it possible is by extracting insights from handwritten historical documents. These are critical records documenting incredible journeys that people have undertaken. At the same time, these documents are rarely accessed. So it made sense for Ancestry to store them in S3 Glacier. Now, to help its customers in their personal discovery journeys, Ancestry trains handwriting recognition AI models on these handwritten historical documents. With a recent restore performance improvement that we made to S3 Glacier, Ancestry was able to restore hundreds of terabytes of these documents in hours instead of days. Being able to restore this data so quickly, Ancestry is able to train against massive datasets in a very cost-effective way. This enables Ancestry's customers to connect with ancestors and learn more about their family histories. Customers loved it when we increased S3 Glacier restore throughput by 10 times. But we also heard when you said that you wanted to get out data even faster so that you can quickly respond to your business needs. And as you know, 90 to 95% of AWS roadmap is determined by customer feedback. So we are taking S3 Glacier restore performance a notch higher. We are now improving S3 Glacier flexible retrieval data restore time by up to 85%. Restores from S3 Glacier flexible retrieval now begin to return objects within minutes, so you can process restore data faster. Now, whether you are transcoding media, restoring operational backups, training machine learning models, or analyzing historical data, you can easily speed up your data restores from your archive. Faster data restores automatically apply to the standard retrieval tier when you use Amazon S3 batch operations. And the best of all, this performance improvement comes to you at no additional cost. You should see just how powerful this performance improvement is. In this example, we are talking about a restore job with 250 objects totaling about 25 gigabytes. The blue line here shows the previous restore performance for objects in S3 Glacier flexible retrieval when initiated using the standard retrieval tier. These objects typically finish restoring in about 3 to 5 hours. With the performance improvement that we have made now shown here in the orange line, these restores now typically start in minutes. In this case, the restore job finished in under 30 minutes. Now let's see how one of our partners, Commvault, is using this feature. Commvault is a data protection company. Commvault helps customers secure, defend, and recover their workloads. Commvault's customers use S3 Glacier storage classes to significantly reduce storage costs and meet compliance needs, while maintaining critical data copies for long-term preservation and business insights. Commvault's customers want to restore these backups faster to improve recovery time objectives. With restores now starting in minutes, Commvault was able to restore certain backed up data in under an hour from S3 Glacier flexible retrieval. This improvement enables Commvault to reduce the time and the cost to restore backups. Now, Commvault's customers can keep more of their data in the lowest cost storage classes while retaining the ability to recall them faster. Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about how Commvault is using faster restores to recall backups. Our partner Veeam is also excited about this S3 Glacier performance improvement. Veeam is a data protection company that provides data resiliency to its customers through secure backup and fast recovery solutions. By leveraging S3 Glacier innovations, Veeam's customers can now onboard more data to S3 Glacier without having to trade off cost savings for the speed of recovery. In Veeam's own words, it is the best of both worlds. Now you might ask how you might benefit from this performance improvement if you have much larger retrieval workloads. Well, let's walk through an example. Say you need to generate thumbnails from images that you have stored in S3 Glacier flexible retrieval. You've got 10 million of these images totaling about 95 terabytes. In the first step, you would specify all your objects in an S3 batch operations restore job and kick off your job via the standard retrieval tier. Your restores would automatically start within minutes. Now, you could run another batch job with AWS Lambda after all your restores have completed. But because your restores now start within minutes, you can use it to your advantage to process the overall workflow faster. So you can configure AWS Lambda to run based on restore event notifications, such that your Lambda function processes each image as it is restored to generate a thumbnail. This effectively processes the data in parallel to the completing restore job. For large workloads, this performance improvement can significantly reduce the total amount of time it takes to process data end to end. Now let's summarize the benefits of this S3 Glacier performance improvement. Faster standard restores are now available when you use S3 batch operations. Even your large workloads can benefit from higher throughput because restores now start within minutes. Now, we are not only making data retrievals faster, but also making restore data easier to use. I'm excited to add that earlier this year, we also simplified how you run analytics on S3 Glacier. Amazon S3 List API now provides the restore status of objects. This means you can run queries on objects restored from S3 Glacier without having to copy the restored data. For example, you can conduct log analysis across storage classes in a single query by combining recent logs stored in S3 Standard with older restored logs stored in S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval. You can enable S3 Glacier access for queries in Athena SQL workgroups. Now, let's consider a few use cases here. Say you've got logs stored in S3 Glacier that you want to analyze for fraud detection. Now you can restore your logs from S3 Glacier faster and at the same time use Athena to analyze your logs. You no longer have to copy your data to a new storage class. This saves you time and money while enabling you to detect fraud faster. Similarly, you can meet your audit requirements sooner. You can also analyze your traffic feed and sensor data generated by autonomous vehicles and IoT devices. With S3 Glacier, you can realize cost savings by moving data to the lowest cost storage classes while retaining your ability to query and analyze your data.
Thanks, Guy. Now let's summarize the key takeaways from today's session. Firstly, we recommend that you use Amazon S3 Glacier storage classes to store your cold data at low costs. Consider your retrieval needs, your storage costs, as well as the retention duration to select the right archive storage class. Secondly, we recommend that you use Amazon S3 batch operations with the standard restores in Amazon S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval to get up to 85% faster restores. And finally, if you would like to run analytics on objects restored from Glacier, enable S3 Glacier access for Athena in SQL workgroups.
Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about faster restores from S3 Glacier Flexible Retrieval that is now available to you at no additional cost. It will take you to an AWS news blog that discusses how you can get started with faster restores using standard retrieval tier with S3 batch operations.
And finally, to learn even more about how you can maximize the value of your cold data with Amazon S3 Glacier, scan this QR code to access our new ebook. This ebook tells you why and actually shows you how Amazon S3 Glacier is helping organizations across industries transform their business data archiving and increase their business agility.
We are very excited to see how you put your cold data to work with Amazon S3 Glacier. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. This brings us to an end for the storage for AI and ML portion of the day. Up next, we'll kick off the data protection and resiliency segment. Stay tuned.